Hello everyone, welcome to Lush and Salty Aquariums. My name is Stefan and thank you so much for coming to the channel. This is my 32 gallon long SR Aquaristic aquarium, which I love, and much has happened even since the last video. In the last episode, I added a number of live bears to this aquarium. Some of my favorite species, the leader-tail black molly, tuxedo swordtails, and tuxedo platies. I'm going for the black-red motif, and what better sums that up than this guy right there? Boom! I'm flirting into the reds and rusts with this glorious betta, who has done just fine in this robust community aquarium. These are gold dust mollies, and all of them are with the leer tail, which I covet, right? Hard to be a snob with live bears, honestly. We're talking inexpensive, easy to reproduce fish. But if I'm going to draw the line, I'm trying to do it with the leer tail mollies. And obviously, I've got a few random others. Here's a leer tail molly in a super red strain. That's not what they're called, super red. Super red is what this Plecostomus is called, and I gave him a cave and he went right to it, having never seen a cave before, and I bought him as a tiny juvenile. He went right to it, and maybe he'll spawn with the female calico pleco or chocolate Plecostomus, more common variety. I don't care. I hope they do. I'm not retrieving the spawn. Just like, oh my God, how could I have waited? Boom! Baby black mollies, and look at them, brave as all hell, swimming along the top. And those are going to be from this fat female, I'm almost sure. She's just a baby making machine. And what a glorious looking fish too, right? Kind of the way you drew them when you were a kid. My daughter drew me a picture of a fish for my fish room, and I'll be damned if it sort of didn't look just like that. It's kind of an idyllic shape for a fish. Angelic, yet rotund, cute, yet elegant. A lot going on. The leer tail black molly, highly recommend. And I've got, I don't know how many fry. I put 5 of these little babies into my 5-gallon Wallstead aquarium, and they're doing fine. And I don't know how many are in here. The beta, if he's eating any of them, I haven't seen that behavior. And it's not that I don't care, but I would consider it part of the circle of life in this tank. I'm never going to be able to deal with all these baby fry. This tank is full right now. The White Cloud Mountain minnows used to own it, and now they they are sharing with, I would say, more than just simply ditherfish, but I've used the word already, but robust companions, and quite a few of them, and more coming. But everybody's super happy. God, I love that red color on this. I hope she drops. I'm sure she will, because look at that tummy. It'll be fun to guess who the father is. It could be any number of males in this tank. Gold dust, molly, leer tail, right there. Although that might be a female too. Sometimes it's hard to tell. You look for the gonopodium, but in the mollies, that bottom fin can, from even when you have good trained eyes, you can think you have a male, and you might be wrong, because that's pretty fat. That one's pretty fat there. I know I have a pair though, so if it's not that one, it's the other. What else can I say about this aquarium? Babies, baby black mollies. You know, when I was a kid, the very first fish I can remember getting was not a goldfish and not a guppy, but a black molly. I had a pair, and I literally put them in a bowl, like a 1.5-gallon bowl, which I thought like was the biggest bowl you could get at the pet store, at the mom and pop pet store in my neighborhood. And I didn't have a heater or anything, to my knowledge, to my recollection. I mean, it was a long time ago, folks. but they spawned, and you know, you hear it a lot in these videos from different fish keepers. When you buy a male and a female and sometime later they have babies, you immediately are bonded, not just to those fish, but to the hobby in general. And that's what happened to me. Now granted, during my 20s and 30s, I, you know, prioritized work and had this big dumb career in advertising and sort of let go a lot of the fish keeping. When I had my daughters, I put a tank together in one home and another in a different home, and I kept one eye on it, but honestly, my hobby was sort of dormant. And then when I moved to California, I set up a big reef tank and had help doing it. And I didn't think I'd get back into freshwater. I was going to try to be a marine coral snob, and I spent many nights looking at coral porn, which is the websites that you just look at one coral after another, maybe dropping $100, maybe $500. The shit's expensive. But then I put an antique tank in my office, a little teeny antique tank. I put a couple guppies or killifish, least killifish, I think. And then I was off to the races and created Fish Room 1.0, which was just this massive hodgepodge of emerged and immersed growth nano tanks with all kinds of different teeny fish. And now back in Chicago, it's just all of the above and then some. And I'm so happy to share with you all of it. Look at all these tanks, right? Boom. And I have videos for each one of these, as well as just this fish room. I was focusing on this tank because I wanted to show off my babies, and that started me onto a story. Hey, look at the Hillstream Loach. I got 4 of these in here. They're apparently pretty easy to breed too, so we'll see if that or this pleco, and God forbid these egg-laden white clouds. I've never seen a fry from any of them. Look at how fat she is, and they've been like that a year, one female or another. I figured I wasn't gonna get more fry, so it wasn't gonna be a species only tank, and that's when the live bears came in. I was hell-bent on getting babies, and I certainly punched the right dance card for that. Mollies. Just as productive, if not more so, than any other freshwater live bearing fish. And I'm including guppies and swordtails and platies, although you can definitely make a case for guppies and swordtails and platies. And it's all good, right? Okay, everybody, I hope you enjoyed this video and a little bit of my memory lane storytelling. As always, folks, keep your hands in the tank. Ciao for now.